HD. ZNS Network presents The Bahamas Tonight. This segment of the news is brought to you by BTC, powered by Lime.
A decision by the Anglican Educational Authority leaving many students and parents in an uproar. Good evening, everyone. I'm LaDawn Davis with the Bahamas Tonight weekend. Thanks so much for joining us. Topping the news tonight, nearly 106 St. John's College seniors will not graduate as expected this coming week. The Anglican Diocese and the school's board have decided that will not happen for a number of reasons, but mainly due to a raunchy dance video that went viral. This evening, angry parents and devastated students are protesting the decision as the Anglican Diocese reveals its position on the matter. Our Charisma Robinson has more on this developing story.
It appears these students will not cross the stage and their tassels will never be tossed. Instead, the school board has decided they will receive their diplomas another way. It's a decision seniors and parents refuse to live with. And in an ongoing protest today, they returned in droves to the school grounds.
We were faced with a lot of trials. St. John's College is always giving us these hurdles to jump. This type of grades, you need to do this, you have to do this. We signed a contract twice just to have the opportunity to graduate.
If we knew that at this point we would not be able to graduate, it doesn't make sense that we come out here, try our best, do our work, and do whatever. Cheapest we dropped out of school.
Do you know the struggle I've been through all my life? No. I'm the first on the side of my family to actually graduate, so I don't know how I feel.
At an emergency school board meeting last night, parents were informed that the traditional graduation ceremony has been canceled. Parents reportedly watched a PowerPoint presentation which outlined all of the reasons why the board came to its decision. Board members expressed extreme disappointment, though, with a dance video that was posted on YouTube on Monday. Board members say the video, called "The Graduation Party," damages the school's reputation.
The video had images of students dancing, mainly things that were taken from a motorcade that they did to celebrate their dance at St. John's. But that footage was given to someone who was not at St. John's, who edited it and turned it into a semi-raunchy video, probably and most definitely communicating things that I do not think the students intended.
My daughter was in that video. My daughter was in that video. I have no shame saying it. I saw the video before they saw it, and I laughed. I said, I wish I could whine like that. Okay? She did nothing wrong. Their contract was done. The contract was done. When they have Mardi Gras, the last Mardi Gras, the Junction, Russia, all administration was standing there when all kind of gyration was going on.
Some irate parents even showed up to our studios to voice their concerns.
With what's going on in crime right now, you are not sending a good message to these children. They feel betrayed.
It seems as if they want to just throw them away, cast them aside, right, without even hearing them or their parents.
At that heated meeting last night, the parents say they begged and pleaded with Anglican Bishop, the Right Reverend Leish Boyd, to punish the students another way, as they have invested so much time and money into their children. However, the bishop said his decision was final.
What disturbed me most were the principal, the senior master, mistress, and everybody. They just sat there mum whilst Bishop Leish Boyd was the judge, the jury, and the executioner.
This would have been a crowning moment as a father for Father's Day.
Yes.
I'm crushed and I'm hurt.
My name is Michelle Goff, and I want Bishop Leish Boyd to look me in the eye and tell me and prove to me where my daughter had any behavior that is unbecoming. My daughter's name is Raven Goff. She is the valedictorian. She worked hard.
Now, parents and students will continue their protest tomorrow. They plan to turn up in uniform at a local church where the Anglican bishop is expected to deliver the sermon. Charisma Robinson, ZNS Network News.
Now, the Anglican Central Education Authority has released a statement explaining its decision and what prompted that body to take such a strong stand. In the statement, the authority based its decision to a breach of the educational policies and school rules which misrepresented the organization and showed total disregard for the Anglican ethos. The authority says its mission is to offer a well-rounded educational product that fosters the development of students' spiritual, academic, physical, social, and emotional well-being. It also noted that students must be aware of the relationship between actions and consequences, and having considered a troubling sequence of events inclusive of gross insubordination, deceit, and an overall unwillingness to submit to the ordinary procedures and protocols, the decision was taken. The Anglican Educational Authority is hoping its position will be instructive for other students in and outside of the Anglican schools. In other news this evening, a wanted man has turned himself into police. 23-year-old Kevy Cambridge of Colebrook, Harbour Island, turned himself into the Harbour Island police station around 5 o'clock this morning. On Friday, police issued a wanted bulletin for the suspect in reference to burglary and rape. An active police investigation continues. Also this evening, a 42-year-old male and a 41-year-old female were injured while attempting to extinguish a boat engine fire. The incident reportedly occurred around 3 yesterday afternoon in waters north of New Providence. Reports are that 4 people, 3 males and a female, were en route to Abaco on board a white 33-foot cabin cruiser when they experienced challenges 14 miles northwest of the capital. Officers of the Harbor Patrol Unit were notified of the incident this morning and rescued the injured, who reportedly received first and second degree burns and are now hospitalized. The other 2 were not injured and were rescued by a team from Basra. A 36-year-old man of Carmichael Road is also detained in hospital after he too was injured in a fire which destroyed his single-story wooden home off Carmichael Road. The incident reportedly occurred around 10:25 last night at Unison Road. In other news this evening, calls continue in the Bahamian Society for the Bahamas to sever ties with the Privy Council as a final court of appeal. Over the years, this body based in London has maintained its position. One of its most contentious decisions relates to the death penalty in the Bahamas. While some are in favor of the Bahamas severing ties with Privy Council, there are those who would prefer the Bahamas to join the Caribbean Court of Justice as a final court of appeal. Reinforcing this message to move away from the Privy Council is former Prime Minister of Barbados, the Right Honorable Owen Arthur, who spoke candidly about the issue and its impact not only for the Bahamas but the region.
There is therefore no good reason why we should not provide justice for our people as an indigenous exercise without having to look to the former colonial master for assistance. And there's every good reason why this should be undertaken as a cooperative regional effort. It is therefore a very shameful condition that having created a Caribbean Court of Justice, there is such a great resistance in the region to accepting its full jurisdiction. Barbados, historically judged to be among the most British of all Caribbean states, have accepted readily the jurisdiction of the Caribbean Court. I assure you that the administration and dispensation of justice in my country has not been diminished by this development, not even by a remote iota.
The former Prime Minister, a special guest speaker at a 40th Independence Conference put on by the College of the Bahamas, is also encouraging the Bahamas to move forward with plans to implement an added value tax.
So you hold common ground and you manage and balance trade-offs. And if Bahamas can, in respect of the introduction of a value-added tax, approach it in this way, you want to do the correct thing, you must do it in the right way, find common ground where there are differences, manage and balance trade-offs. There should be no more difficulty in having a value-added tax introduced in Bahamas than there was in having it introduced in Barbados.
And when we come back, tributes to Bahamian fathers impacting the lives in our society. That story and more coming up.
Being a young person in the Bahamas celebrating 40 years of independence is something special and unique. We have so much history, so much to be proud of, so much to live for. The Bahamas, someplace special, someplace I call home. We're about to go into 40 years of independence, and it's something so unique and something I'm so proud of. I mean, the opportunity to grow up in a society with so many people that fought for our freedom, that brought us to independence. It's amazing to celebrate 40 years and actually look back on where we came from and to look forward to where we're going. In 2012, I got my first opportunity to cast my ballot in an actual national election. And it was a special process, a special experience, because I got to do something not many people the world over get to do. I got to cast my vote and actually elect who I want to represent me. And it's something I'm really proud of, something I call being Bahamian.